It is late at night. You are scrolling through your phone, watching people your own age hit major life milestones. Someone just bought a house. Another is on a European vacation. Someone else just upgraded their car. Then you open your banking app. The gap between where you are and where you thought you would be feels vast. A quiet, heavy panic sets in. You feel behind. Modern money culture tells us that when we fall behind, we need to sprint. The world says you need to hustle harder, take bigger risks, or strip away everything you enjoy just to catch up. But panic rarely builds wealth. Usually, it just leads to exhaustion and worse financial decisions. When you feel financially behind, an all-or-nothing mindset takes over. You are tempted to either give up entirely or make desperate leaps. Neither works. In this video, we are not going to talk about punishing yourself for past money mistakes. Instead, we are going to look at money through a different lens. In Japan, resetting is not viewed as a humiliating failure. It is a necessary, practical clearing of the path. This approach relies on honest self-reflection and deep cleaning to make room for a fresh start. Today, we are going to explore 8 Japanese money rules to help you reset your finances when you feel behind, so you can stop running a race you never signed up for, and finally give your money a clear direction. The very first step to resetting your finances is acknowledging where you actually are. In Japan, there is a practice called hansei. It translates to self-reflection, practiced without the heavy baggage of guilt. When we feel behind financially, our modern instinct is avoidance. We ignore credit card statements and swipe away bank notifications. The visible cost is obvious, late fees and compounding interest, but the hidden cost is far heavier, a low-grade, constant anxiety that drains your energy. The psychological trap is believing that if you do not look at the numbers, the problem is not entirely real. To practice financial hansei, you must decouple your self-worth from your net worth. Schedule a 15-minute money date once a week. Your only job is to look at your balances purely as data. You are not a failure. You are simply a doctor objectively reading an X-ray. Quiet wealth begins the exact moment that truth replaces fear. This brings us to the second rule, osoji, the financial deep clean. In Japanese culture, osoji is a traditional cleaning ritual meant to sweep away the dust of the past. Modern money is incredibly messy. We accumulate random budgeting apps, multiple credit cards, and a tangled web of automatic subscriptions. The visible cost is paying for services you forgot you had. The real cost is the severe drain on your mental bandwidth. We fall into the trap of thinking that a complex financial life means we are sophisticated. In reality, complexity breeds paralysis. A financial osoji requires ruthless consolidation. Close the accounts you do not actively use. Move your daily money into one primary checking account and one high-yield savings account. Cancel automatic renewals. A clear, simple system is the ultimate antidote to financial chaos. Once the clutter is cleared, you are left staring at the mistakes you have made, perhaps lingering consumer debt or a depleted emergency fund. We often view these missteps as permanent flaws in our character. But the Japanese art of kintsugi offers a kinder perspective. Kintsugi is the practice of repairing broken pottery with gold, treating the repair itself as a valuable part of the object's history. The visible cost of old debt is the brutal interest rate, but the hidden cost is the toxic internal belief that you are simply bad with money. The trap is giving up entirely because you feel financially broken. To apply kintsugi, reframe your debt payoff strategy. Stop viewing your monthly payments as a punishment for past stupidity. View them as the gold lacquer. Every payment reinforces your foundation. Your financial past does not dictate your future, and a repaired foundation often holds more resilience. As you begin repairing your foundation, it is dangerously easy to look over at someone else's life and feel inadequate. This brings us to the fourth rule, ubatori. This beautiful idiom means that each flower blooms at its own specific time. It is completely senseless to compare them. The most common reason we feel behind is that we constantly measure our raw behind the scenes reality against the highly curated highlight reels of our peers. The visible cost is panic spending just to project an image of success. The hidden tragic cost is using money from your future to finance a lifestyle you do not even genuinely want today. The system fix is ruthless curation. Mute the social media accounts that trigger financial FOMO. Then clearly define your own version of enough. Quiet wealth is the profound peace that comes from refusing to play a game you never signed up for. Now that you have stopped comparing your journey, you must address how money actually leaves your hands. This is the fifth rule, rooted in Kakeibo. While often translated as a ledger, the true power of Kakeibo is that it forces you to slow down. Modern frictionless spending, tapping cards, one-click checkouts, make spending invisible. The visible cost is impulse buying, but the hidden cost is a complete disconnect between the hard hours you work and the money disappearing in mere seconds. The trap is convenience, which masks the psychological pain of paying. To fix this, introduce intentional friction. Delete saved credit card information from your browsers. Implement a mandatory 48-hour waiting period for any non-essential purchase. Quiet wealth is built when you realize that deliberate friction today protects your freedom tomorrow. Once you slow down your spending, you will notice the small recurring drains. Rule number 6 is matanai, a Japanese concept expressing deep regret over waste and respecting the resources you have. Today, we routinely dismiss small expenses. We think it is only a $5 fee. The visible cost is a slow cash flow bleed. The hidden cost is the massive opportunity cost. If that small leak were invested over 20 years, it would be worth tens of thousands. The trap is the illusion that tiny leaks cannot sink a large ship. The system fix is simple. Review your last 30 days of spending, identify just one recurring leak, and cut it. Then automatically redirect that exact amount into your emergency fund. Respecting your small money today is the only way to ensure money respects you tomorrow. Once you plug the leaks, a new panic often sets in. The urge to catch up quickly. We look for shortcuts, diving into risky investments. This is where we must practice gaman, the Japanese concept of quiet patience and enduring the difficult middle. The modern problem is expecting our money to grow overnight. The visible cost is losing cash to bad bets. The hidden cost is entirely missing out on the quiet, guaranteed magic of compound interest. The trap is the belief that if your strategy is boring, it must not be working. But good investing should be incredibly boring. The fix is automation. Set up automatic contributions to broad, low-cost index funds, and then look away. Quiet wealth is built silently in the background while you focus on living your actual life. Finally, if you are resetting your finances, you need to know what you are resetting them for. This is our last rule. Ikigai, your reason for waking up in the morning. We often hustle endlessly without a clear why, earning and spending in a mindless loop. Loop. The visible cost is physical burnout. The hidden cost is arriving at a life that looks successful on paper, but feels entirely empty inside. The trap is assuming that simply accumulating more money is the final destination. The system fix is an audit of your values. Cut the spending that does not serve your core purpose, and redirect that capital toward things that bring long-term peace. Quiet wealth is the realization that money is merely the fuel. You are the one who decides where the car is going. Now, I want to pause here. When we talk about resetting your finances, it is easy to misunderstand the goal. This is not about forcing yourself into a miserable, hyper-frugal life where you never enjoy a meal out again. And it is not about trying to perfectly copy another culture. Instead, think of these habits as a different lens. The true goal of a financial reset is not to magically erase your past. It is to stop letting your past dictate your future. It is about clearing away the noise so that your money finally has a clear, intentional direction to move from theory to practice. Here is your action blueprint. Do a mini financial asoji today. Log into your primary bank account and pull up the last 30 days of transactions. Practice hand-say and look at them simply as neutral data. Scan the list for unconscious leaks. Next, apply Matanai. Choose exactly one financial leak to close today. Cancel the subscription, delete the saved card, but do not just let that saved money absorb back into your checking account. Calculate the exact monthly amount of the leak and immediately set up an automatic transfer for that amount into your emergency fund. By automating this single step, you are turning a past mistake into a steady wealth-building engine. Remember that late-night scroll we talked about? The truth is, you are not actually behind. You are simply at your own unique starting line. These habits are not magic secrets. True quiet wealth is built silently, day by day, when you stop avoiding your reality, plug the leaks, and give your money a direction. If this video helped you see your money differently, hit the subscribe button for more videos on quiet wealth, Japanese money habits, and intentional living. Thank you for watching. Disclaimer: this video is for educational purposes only and is not personal financial advice. Financial rules, taxes, pensions, and investment products vary by country. Always consider your own situation and speak with a qualified professional when needed.